Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. How are you, students? Today we will study unit number 1, subject physics, class first year. Today topic is prefixes. Prefixes. These are the symbols used for the representation of very large or very small number. So when you express a very large number or very small number in standard form, is called is called prefixes. These are the symbols. Symbol used for the representation of very large or very small number. A word, letter, number placed before another. For example, if you write 1000 meter, 10,000 meter. If you write 10,000 meter. If you write 10 in place of 1000, you will write kilometer. Kilo means 10 raised to power 3. So kilo is a prefix. Kilo is a prefix because it represents a very large number. These are the symbols used for the representation of very large or very small number. So when a number is written, when a large number is written, when a large number is written, a symbol is written for a very large number, then it is called prefix. For example, if you write 10 raised to power 9, 10 raised to power minus 9. So for 10 raised to power minus 9, we use n. N means nano. So this is the symbol used for the representation of very small number. So it's a prefix. So prefixes are symbols. Micro. Micro is used for 10 raised to power 6 minus 6. So it's a prefix. Centi, milli, deca. So prefixes are the symbol used for the representation of very large or very small number. Now base unit. The unit of base quantities are called base unit. Length, meter, m. Mass, kilogram, kg. This is the symbolic representation. This is the unit and this is the quantity. Time, second, s. Current, ampere, represented by A. K, Kelvin, temperature. Amount of substance, mole. Candela, per light intensity, mole, CD. So you should memorize these two units. Memorize all the units, but give special importance to these two units. Supplementary units. Now, these are very important. The General Conference on Weight and Measures has not yet declassified certain units of the SI system international under either base unit or derived units. These SI units are called supplementary units. Radian and sterdian are the supplementary units. So plane angle is radian and solid angle is sterdian. Solid angle is sterdian. So solid angle is represented by sterdian and symbolic representation is SR. Sterdian is SR. Radian is RAD. Rad. Radian is the plane angle, two-dimensional angle. And sterdian is the three-dimensional angle. Three-dimensional. Radian is three-dimensional. And sterdian is three-dimensional. And plane angle, which is radian, is two-dimensional. Two-dimensional. So supplementary units are the units whose nature cannot be decided either as base unit or derived units. Radian is plane angle, two-dimensional. Solid angle is Stardian, three-dimensional, represented by SR. Now first we will explain radian. A radian is defined as the plane angle subtended at the center of a circle by an arc of length equal to the radius. So this is the arc. This is A point, this is B point. So this is the arc. This is the arc. When the length of arc is equal to the radius of circle, at that time the angle subtended between two lines is called supplementary angles. It's called supplementary angle, and that supplementary angle is radian. So radian is the angle subtended between 2 points on the circle. For example, this is a circle. This is one point on the circle. This is the other point on circle, A and B. The angle between this angle is radian, and it will be 1 radian if it satisfies that the length of arc is equal to the radius of circle. If this condition is satisfied, it will be 1 radian. 1 radian is the measure of the central angle whose arc length is the same as the radius of the circle. Arc length is equal to the radius. Then angle is 1 radian. So 1 radian is equal to 180 divided by pi. The value of pi is 3.1416. 22 divided by 7. So radian is the angle subtended between 2 points on the circle in which the length of arc is equal to the radius of the circle. Now Stardian. Radian is the two-dimensional. Stardian is three-dimensional angle. Three-dimensional angle. So when the this area is equal to the square of circle, square of radius of circle, then this angle, this angle subtended is called Stardian, 1 Stardian. So Stardian is the unit for solid angle in three-dimensional space. The solid angle subtended at the center of a sphere by an area of its surface equal to the square of the radius of that sphere. So if the area of the circle is equal to the area of this shaded area, if it is equal to the square of radius, then the angle subtended will be 1 Stardian, three-dimensional angle. Now derived units. The unit of derived quantities are called derived units. Force is a derived quantity, so Newton is a derived unit. Work is a derived quantity, power is a derived quantity, pressure is a derived quantity, electric charge is derived quantity, so their units are derived units. Joule, watt, Pascal, Coulomb, these are derived units. These are the symbolic representation. For Newton, N, for Joule, J, for watt, W, for Pascal, PA, for Coulomb, C. It is the equivalency. It is the equivalency of the units. Errors and uncertainty. All measurements are uncertain to some extent. It is quite difficult to eliminate all types of possible error. Uncertainty in a measurement. In a measurement, the error may occur due to the following reason: negligence or inexperience of a person, using a faulty apparatus, inappropriate method or technique. So basically, if we define error, error is the difference between experimental value and theoretical value. So the difference between experimental value and theoretical value is called error. It's called error. Uncertainty means if you make measurement, you make observation, you measure the height, you make observation, and you are not reasonably sure about that measurement, then the measurement will be uncertain. The reason for this uncertainty is negligence, inexperience of a person by using faulty apparatus, inappropriate method or techniques. Now, first one is comes towards the sudden environmental changes or any other unexpected laboratory mishaps may also be the cause of error in a measurement. Error may be divided into the following three types. Anything can can affect your measurement, can affect your experimentation. Many hands, many observation, many reading. So different hands have different reading. It's a rules for laboratory. Personal error, systematic error, random error. Personal error, carelessness of an observer. Carelessness of an observer. Carelessness of an observer. The error which is due to the carelessness of an observer is called personal error. Systematic error. Error due to the fault in measuring instrument. Fault in a measuring instrument. The error which is due to the fault in measuring instrument. Due to the fault in a measuring instrument. Systematic error is the instrumental error. Systematic error is the instrumental error. Personal error is due to the carelessness of an observer. First, negligence or inexperience of a person. It is personal error. Using a faulty apparatus is a systematic error. And random error is due to unknown causes. Due to unknown causes. Unknown causes. Random error is due to unknown causes. Might be change in environmental condition. Change in environmental condition. So personal error is the carelessness of an observer. Systematic error is the instrumental error. Random error is due to the change in environmental condition. Now personal error. Error due to the carelessness or improper knowledge about an instrument or incorrect reading of a scale by an experimenter. The error can be removed. You can remove this error to some extent if the experimentation, if the experimenter, the person who doing the experiment, take careful observation and have proper knowledge of measuring instrument. So you must be very careful in taking observation. You can, by giving concentration, by getting proper knowledge about the instrument, you can reduce this error. Systematic error. The error due to faulty apparatus and poor calibration of the instrument itself is systematic error. The error arises from zero error between scales as in vernier caliper, screw gauge, and many other instruments. You can reduce systematic error by replacing the instrument. Systematic error is the error which is due to fault in measuring instrument. This error arises from might be due to zero error, due to the misuse of instruments, and this error can be reduced by replacing the instrument by any one. So if you replace the instrument, or first calculate the error and then subtract or add the error. If it is positive, you should make subtraction. You will calculate the error and will subtract. If the error is negative, you will calculate the error and will add the error in the actual value, in the calculated value. So systematic error is the instrumental error, and it is due to the fault in measuring instrument. Due to the fault in measuring instrument. So better is replace the instrument or calculate the error and then make subtraction or addition. Now random error or accidental or statistical error. The error due to the repeated measurement of some quantity under same condition that result in different values of the same quantity. The error arises due to natural imperfection of an experimenter, limitation of apparatus, and sudden changes in the environmental condition is known as uncertainty. So random error is the error due to unknown causes. So the error which is due to unknown causes is called random error. Random error is due to unknown causes. It can be reduced by repeating the experiment, by making or taking or repeating the experiment many times. Repeating the experiment many times. Make many observations, as much as you can. Then take the average value. You can reduce this error. So let's revise both the topic today and tomorrow. Physics, study of matter and energy. Physical quantities are all measurable quantities are called physical quantities. Length, mass, pressure, and volume are the example. Base quantities, the independent quantities are called base quantities, 7 in number. Derived quantities are the dependent quantities. A system of units which measure the same throughout the world is called SI system, based on a PS system, CGS system, MKS system. Scientific notation, when you express a number in standard form. Rules, a number must be between 1 and 10 and multiplied by power of 10. These are the example. Prefixes, these are the symbols used for the representation of very large or very small number. Base unit or the unit of base quantity. Supplementary units are the units of supplementary quantity. Those quantities whose nature cannot be decided either as base unit or base quantity or derived quantity, those quantities are called supplementary quantity. Units whose nature cannot be decided either as base unit or derived units are called supplementary units. Plane angle and solid angle are the supplementary units. Plane angle is radian and it is 2-dimensional. Solid angle is radian and it is 3-dimensional. Solid angle is represented by SR and red represents plane angle. Radian. A radian is defined as the plane angle subtended at the center of a circle by an arc of length equal to the radius. So when the length of arc is equal to the radius of circle, it means an angle of 1 radian between two different points on the circle. The length of arc between these 2 points must be equal to the radius. If the surface area is equal to the square of radius, then the angle will be 1 star d. Derived units, unit of derived quantities are called derived units, error and uncertainty. Error is the difference between experimental value and theoretical value. Uncertainty is if you make measurement or if you take observation and you are not reasonably sure about it, then your observation is uncertain. All measurement are uncertain to some extent. Negligence or inexperience of a person is a reason for error and uncertainty. Use a faulty apparatus, inappropriate method or techniques. Personal error is the error due to a carelessness of an observer. Systematic error is the instrumental error. Random error is due to unknown causes. Personal error can be reduced by making careful observation or showing by you have the knowledge of instrument, you have the experience. So by careful observation, you can reduce personal error. Systematic error is instrumental error, so replace the instrument. Random error is due to unknown causes. So the only chance to reduce random error is to make many measurement and then taking the average value. Personal error, systematic error, random error. So revise this topic and thank you, students.